This is Malkinia, a town noted for its proximity to the death camp at Treblinka. This came about as it was on the main line between Warsaw and Białystok and offered a convenient line of communication for the mass murder of the Jewish population, not only of central Poland, but of all of Poland and, for that matter, a good part of Europe. A small branch line linking small villages from Małkinia to Sokołów Podlaski was completed in 1897, and one of the stations on this line was Treblinka. Whereas the railway line is no longer there, we can see parts of it in places as to where it was. In fact, it was taken up quite recently. I have video of where the lines used to be. You can of course see in Cloud Landsman's work Shoah, the railway line when it was still in existence. It is somewhat ironic that the name Małkinia is reputed to come from an attractive Jewish woman who ran an inn on a busy road on the Bug River. Her name was Malka. Naturally, Malka was wise, good and helped those in need. This story dates to a time well before the Holocaust. The first Jews were reported to be living here in 1781. Although there was a great deal of emigration, the population grew. It is hard to say what the percentage of Jews was in Małkinia when the war broke out, as many Jews clearly stated their nationality as Polish in the previous census. However, a look at the telephone book shows a number of Jews in various businesses. On the 2nd of September 1939, the Luftwaffe attacked the railway station at Małkinia, where, at that time, troops were embarking. Bombs also hit a number of houses and other buildings near the railway station. According to the terms of the Ribbentrop-Molotov agreement, Małkinia was originally to have been in Soviet territory. However, the Soviets requested an amendment to the treaty by which they would get Lithuania, and they offered the Germans a slice of Poland that had been allotted to them previously. Thus Małkinia reverted to the Germans, although it remained very close to the border. The proximity to the border made it a transit point for people seeking to get out of either the Soviet zone, mainly Poles, or the German zone, mainly Jews. This is the Bug River to the east of Małkinia. It was at this location, near the village of Rostia Wielkie, that the border between Nazi-occupied Poland and Soviet-occupied Poland stood. Sometime in late 1941, a transit camp for the Jewish population was established by the Germans along Norska Street. This was mainly a Jewish part of the town in pre-war Małkinia. The camp appears to have been similar to many in which Soviet POWs were held, barbed wire fences with no buildings inside. In order to get some shelter, the inmates had to dig holes in the frozen ground. There are no survivors that I know of. This photograph was taken by the Nazi mass murderer Kurt Franz in 1942. It shows the chimney of the glassworks in Małkinia. The bricks were used by the Nazis, so the chimney came down in August 1942. The bricks were then used to build the new gas chambers at Treblinka. Whereas some Jews from Małkinia escaped to the Soviet Union in 1939 to 1941, many didn't. They didn't want to leave their homes and jobs for a journey into the unknown. And that's despite the fact that the border was relatively porous and it was a short walk away from their homes. Those that stayed ended up in the nearby Treblinka extermination camp. How they got there is not being recorded. Either they were walked, lorries were arranged, or more likely they were sent there by train. all under guard, of course. There were people who returned to Malkinia from the Soviet Union after the war. No one stayed long. Most departed from Ostrów Mazowiecka or Warsaw, and from there they left Poland, mainly for the United States and Israel. Hope you found this interesting. I've done a number of videos related to Nazi crimes in Poland and the beginning of World War II, and there's some links below. I upload videos now every day at 2000 hours Central European time, and on Tuesdays and Fridays I do longer videos. I am based in Poland and Germany. I try to be present when videos are premiered, so this is your chance to interact with me and other viewers in real times. And in order to know what will be uploaded, then I suggest subscribing, but you're going to have to press the bell as well. I also offer channel membership. Channel membership costs £5, €6 or $6, and it now gives you access to more than 800 videos. Some of these videos are those which YouTube chose to censor from public viewership. All the best from me. Bye for now.